Welcome everyone, Christine here with my campaign guide for Tehenhauin in Total War Warhammer 3, Immortal Empires. The Skaven killer, the Lizardman messiah, in a lot of ways that actually do count. You do start with the tier 2 minor settlement over here, so that means you can get the Skink Chief very quickly in this particular campaign. You also do start in a pretty good situation in order to confederate the factions of the Lizardmen. Though you should be aware of some of the problems that are going to come up in this campaign if you go too aggressively on that. And that you can kind of basically break the AI of various Lizardmen factions. Regardless, the first thing we want to do here is we want to take Cax from the Skaven, who just have the garrison over there, so that's not really too big of a deal. And now we're then going to switch to alignment of crafting and also get some chameleon skinks over here. Also, maybe actually just delay that and potentially get alignment of war. Or maybe not. Okay. After this, we're going to get the tablet of skinks, Rube Marcher, and inspiring presence later on. But then we're going to go march on Skrulk, though we're not going to obliterate Skrulk, not just yet. Now we have two things to do here. One is to control 2 entire provinces, and 2, in order, you need to perform 5 rituals. Just keep in mind that these rituals, like your faction effects, are minus 75% cost for Rite of Sotek, the sacrifices, as well as 200% upkeep for Sars Infantry and Temple Guard until you get to tier 2. Though, bear in mind, also I should probably not ignore getting that Skink Chief, so we want, let's say disciplined, though tough would also work quite well. So we do have a good amount of power over here, because we start with the ability of getting 10 armor, leadership, jungle swarm ability, and casualty replenishment. I'm going to get armor, start with that over here. And Skrulk is going to take the Sentinels of Time settlement very quickly in this campaign. We will take it back and then sell it back to the Southern Sentinels. So that's your turn 1 over here. In this particular campaign, you do start at war with the same faction that Oxyatl starts at war with. Maybe we do want to declare war on the mutineers.
Absolutely.
Why not?
Speak. I bid you welcome, traveler. Most
And get the trade agreement over there with them. I can also declare war on Alberic, or I can wait with that. Though if you're playing this campaign, you're probably going to want to purge Lustria of every other faction that lies within. So maybe doing so is not necessarily the worst decision in the world. Regardless. So in the turn, wait for Skrulk to take the Sentinel of Time, and then you'll sell it back to the Southern Sentinels. But you don't want to go further over there, because yeah, you can totally smash Skrulk to pieces. Like, what isn't said over here is Tehenhauin is, or Tehenhauin, whatever. But the Cult of Sotek, he personally is so incredibly powerful against Skaven, it's not even funny. Like, when I say he's incredibly powerful, I think like it's one of the most lopsided effects that you have, especially in an early game situation in a campaign. Because here's the thing, it's not stated. It's not stated in the faction effects. So we want, let's say, over here. It's not stated in the faction effects, and we're just going to get more of that juicy growth. But we're at war. We can get a declaration of war against Khorne. And we want potentially get those diplomatic relations going. Get that replenishment sorted out there. More chameleon skinks. Now, the reason he's so really good against Skaven is he's getting 10% physical resistance for skinks and for his entire army, basically, with exception of the crossguards. And he has 10 leadership fighting against Skaven. Skaven are not known for their high leadership value, so that particular advantage is incredible. It is really hard for the Skaven to overcome that specific advantage in this campaign. Like, basically, your army is impossible for Skrulk to defeat on a field battle easily. I mean, you can't do it obviously as a player, but let me tell you this, it takes a lot of effort and an enormous amount of resources to pull it off if you're playing as Skrulk. I've done it, but it's certainly not one of the easiest ones. Regardless, we're just going to declare war on Skrulk right now.
Armored in faith.
And go take that particular settlement back. And I'm gonna build a barracks there because we just destroyed Skrulk's main army there. Gonna get Skirmisher, Predatory Fighter, Skinned, more replenishment, Dance of Death, and even get a second army under Asaurus Oldblood because yeah, they're pretty good. And start recruiting more chameleon skinks and just skinks in general. Money will not be an issue in this particular campaign in any way, shape, or form. Not gonna recruit anything here because there's no point. And yeah, just because Skrulk is, so what's gonna happen here is it's obviously going to take Skrulk a bit of time to recover from losing his principal army, because he starts with that, so I just defeated his starting force. So it's going to take him a couple of turns, so I do have some time over here. Like, again, I could pursue him, but there is no real significant reason to do so. Not at this stage. Because you can benefit from this diplomatic situation, and you are really strong against Skaven, so it's not really a concern over here. In fact, it is to your advantage over here in this particular campaign to turns. Yeah, the lizardmen building time strike again now.
Honor. Valiant Lord.
Alright, there's some declarations of war we can issue. Or maybe just cancel the global recruitment right there. Yeah, let's go with that. And just transfer these 2 units over here. And just recruit more units as we go. Actually, I can just start forwards marching over here. Yeah, get the Salayan Mage Priest, because why not? High is a good one. So now, I'm just going to declare war on the Tomb Kings over here, start taking their juicy territory for the 2 provinces requirement, while also going for more and more rituals over here. Okay, so is turn 6 right here. I can sell the settlement to the Southern Sentinel, get a military alliance, get some money in the process, and I can also get a confederation over there. Do I want to accept it? Yep, I do. Gonna declare war on these fellows right here. No reason to keep that barracks right there. And Skrulk will return over here. Now, I can keep this settlement if I I could confederate over here and keep this particular settlement. The particular advantage, the reason I wanted there is to get vision. Okay, so Alberic.
What matters do you bring?
What vile filth stands before?
I represent the
Then I get various other diplomatic arrangements that are going to be available. They don't necessarily want any firm alliances here, but that vision is obviously pretty useful.
You bring me treachery.
And even if I have to sell it to Tsinj, is fine. Okay, I think I'm going to switch it to the recruitment benefit one. It's going to be available after 3 turns. Alright, we're not quite going to get enough movement range. But you could decide not to go for that confederation. There's pros and cons with that approach. So you just need those 5 provinces. And yeah, we can get Blessed Chameleon Skinks. See, that's the reason I was not particularly worried about getting that regiment, that extra unit there. Because there's various options you do have available. So now, I'm just gonna keep moving over here. And these guys will delay Skrulk for a decent length of time. So just keep moving over here, trying to get the Prophecy of Sotek. And by the time I arrive, and yeah, make my way to the Golden Colossus, get a rebellion sorted there, and just keep building units here on this side, because yeah, we got money. Okay, at this point, I did get a rebellion here earlier than I would have liked. But at this point, I do get the quest bell, the plaque of Sotek. It's a lot of troops, but truth be told, you do have all of these guys in, like, you got Bastiladons with Ark of Sotek and Kroxgars, Carnosaurs as well. Again, a lot of units, but you're... which does screw things over in terms of dot resolve, but it's not really that hard of a battle. One of the post-battle benefits you do get is the ability, and yeah, you do start writing high. Getting some Kroxgar benefits over here, rally. Or, you know, save up for the special skill line. Probably should have done that. It's certainly a slower start to a campaign, but once it gets going, oh man, does it get going. So over here, we want to start getting some Saurus, and we're gonna face a rebellion here as well. Just gonna wait 1 turn with that.
Keeper, Tomb King of Nehekara.
So 2 out of 5 sacrifices, no problem. Let's get 3 out of 5. I'm just gonna save the last one for when I take over the Golden Colossi. Alright, turn 11. Rakarth apparently decided that he really wanted to destroy these guys. But he's standing in my way, so let's just declare war on him and wipe him out. Yeah, gonna lose some units, because Dark Elves do have a powerful auto-resolve benefit. And now we have broken the game officially. Why do I say that? Well, see, the reason we've broken the game is because we've completed tier 1. And when you complete tier 1, you suddenly have every Lizardman faction declaring war on every Skaven faction. Now this is a ridiculously, and there's no way to end it. Like, you can't get peace with these factions. So suddenly, a huge level of power gets unlocked in this particular campaign. And there's the Confederation. And the power creep is certainly real. Because you can unlock as many of these as you want. And so now, and keep in mind, like, the duration here is actually fairly significant. I'm not sure if I keep the armor one. Guess I'll have to redo that.
The council is disappointed.
But that ends up being a biblical level of power. It's a bit ridiculous, isn't it? Well, ain't that unfortunate. They might attack again, but it's not really a problem. Skrulk is pure. And yes, the Skaven. The freaking Skaven will run from you in terror. Because that's how they feel about you. You do have a choice between control, which obviously is pretty damn useful. Especially because you can increase global recruitment capacity over there as well. By the way, this is canonical. This is precisely what happened between... Then you can lower recruitment. Oh, jeez, this guy. He's something else, isn't he? And because of what I just did here, my diplomatic relations with all of these Lizardman factions are, of course, going to explode in a positive reaction. And this is important for a couple of reasons. One is that you're just going to have all of these factions fighting alongside each other, of course, and coordinating with each other, which is actually a bit of a problem in a Lizardman campaign. Okay, fair enough. Like, it is a bullshit auto-resolve, but it doesn't matter. We're just going to have to march there to retake that settlement. Oof. Skrulk. Being a bit annoying. Like, I can rely on Gorak right now, wiping the hell with what remains of Skrulk. Maybe I shouldn't have even destroyed that barracks. Because Gorak is certainly going to beat me to it. Hell, I may want him to beat me to it. The wonders of this campaign. Yeah, they're not winning that one. Nice fact, you do get that weapons crafter commune, which is pretty sweet. Look at Gorak going there.
Protect.
Bow before Raka.
More sacrificial offerings available over here. By the way, fun fact, starting with someone that trains your guys is an incredible benefit here. And really, I'm not, no joke here, I can just like recruit a couple of Saurus over here and pop this particular one. And they last a good amount of time as well. You may want to complete tier 2 quickly. Like, we need a blood shrine of Sotek in order to go to a higher level. You can get a random banner, but it's really the power that lies in this campaign lies, I think it's, no, is it there? No, that's a chief banner. Okay, yeah, it's like that one. So you can get stuff like this, yes, 15% reduction. And keep in mind, you can keep doing this. Like, there's no freaking cooldown. 15% diplomatic relations. Just keep doing. That's so absurd. So you're playing a faction effectively that you've got 15% casualty replenishment faction-wide, 10 armor faction-wide, instant global recruitment. Like, yeah, this campaign is freaking absurd. The banners are not particularly powerful, but everything else about this particular campaign most certainly is. So now we're just gonna go deal with Scroll. The Skaven do have territory on the island there. And maybe Eats Out won't screw me over. Of course, the downside of being at war with every Skaven faction is, one, Oxyatl is kind of going to break his behavior in the campaign. So he's not going to expand south. So if you want to deal with Kairos, Confederate Oxyatl, you're probably going to have to work on that. Sure. For now. Then these banners, like, yeah, they're pretty broken. No lie. Wait, that didn't work? What the hell? Well, that's weird. Fine, whatever. Oh, because I didn't stop the recruitment, that's why. That's on me, boys and girls. That's on me. Made a whoopsie. And surely, slowly but surely take over all of this territory. And maybe try racing Gorok. Yeah. They might take that coastal region, which would be rather unfortunate, all things considered. Oh, and he declares war on us. Let me see if I can take Squirrel's capital with just a bunch of... Yeah. Hilarity ensues. Oh well. At least Clan Spittle might leave me the hell alone. Yeah. Okay, okay.
Submit.
Now it says the Wardens of the Living Pool are weak. I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. That is a lie. I don't think people realize just how freaking crazy powerful those guys are. And I'm going to take advantage of that. Could use some control. Well, let's just go with growth. He might beat me to that territory, which would be a bit of a shame. You can make an alliance with the dwarves if you want to. And of course, Luther Harkon being Luther Harkon. Spoiled sport. Bit of a problem in terms of public order, of course, but you know, I've got Gorok on my side right there, so we're gonna be fine. Ah yes, more Skaven. It's in your interest to make an alliance with the dwarves. The territory here is now worth it, so you can at least have a trading partner, right? They're about the only non-lizardmen faction that's not gonna be an annoyance. You do want control. Run away, little rats. Run away.
No! I'm surrounded by fools!
That might be the case. And while my economy is certainly going under at this point, it's like, there's so much money.
Dragon Ma.
I'm just gonna wait to see what's gonna happen here.
Born to command.
Yes, you can expect Rakarth to throw multiple stacks of troops against you. That is kinda his way. The downside is that he's got climate that's not particularly suitable for you. Another Slan Mage Priest. Don't need more. Really don't need no more at this point. Right. Yep. Just to be in range. Or as close to it. Gorak is at war with Luthor by the looks of it. And thank you, my friend. He will offer peace. Refuse it. You will gain nothing from consorting with Dark Elves. Like, seriously, maintaining a peace agreement with him is difficult. So your best bet is to eliminate him. In a couple of turns, I'll get a really powerful confederation available. It is the kind of campaign where you play and you're constantly confederating early on, so rebellions are far more common. Public order penalty removal can be great. More Skaven rodents. I'm not gonna lie, it is annoying with the naval attacks. That's the one real downside of this particular campaign. You're probably gonna deal with a lot of those. Over here, we want Spawn Kin. And there's real power.
Honor before glory.
I'm not joking. This is, he's not gonna have a fun... No one here is gonna have a fun time, I gotta tell you. Okay, let me explain why this is. So you see this army right here, right? Well, ignore the skin cohorts, because they're kind of useless. Okay, just throw them into the dirt. What you're left with, and then give this to the Sar Soul Blood. So what you're left with here is an absurd level of power that you can use. Especially with all of the stuff that you can unlock for this. Now what else do I need? Blood Shrine. Unfortunately, the Blood Shrine... Where is that Blood Shrine? Is a tier 4 building, isn't it? Yep. Yep, so we're gonna need to go higher. But this army here is capable of defeating everything that stands in its path. Marcus Wolfhard, Jan Bo. Well, maybe not so much Jan Bo easily, but because of those blessed units combined with the faction effects you do have, it ends up being pretty cataclysmic for anyone that's trying to stand in your path. And that's what we're going to use here. And this is something you can always make happen. The reason it always happens is just one army, and it's not necessarily the most powerful, right? Like, it's just one army. It's not the most powerful in the grand context of things. When you have a faction like this one at war with all the Skaven factions, which are obviously significantly more powerful. So that's why you can easily confederate this faction. That's the key, if you will. Let's get some Blessed Spears. And there's another quest file, okay. Of course, financial considerations are going to be an issue. That you are going to have to deal with in this specific campaign. What's the public order there? Alright, it's tier free, so we're just gonna loot and occupy it. Get another rebellion. They've sacked it, potentially. Go for more control. Kinda need it. Oh yeah, and we got Lord Crix. That's that is the hilarity, isn't it? No one can stand in your way.
For Karen Ka, protector of the realm.
Prince of Ulthuan.
Monster Hunter.
Just told those Skaven.
Vampire Coast.
The hilarity of that. I'm gonna need to fight the quest battle, which is just more Skaven. And there he is. Financial salvation and the super weapon. Magic is a bit pointless. So at this stage, yeah, just keep trying to go as much as you can. And it might be necessary to get rid of one of these armies soon enough, because just, yeah, I can't really afford all of this, right? Not really. Ah, that's a shame. Well, we can see what Lufer is about to do. And yeah, Gorak is gonna take some time to confederate. Okay. Now, you are going to want to fight the Hunts Marshal. Like, that's unavoidable, I'm afraid. But this army here with all those blessed units, Temple Guard, and the fact that by the time you do get the army, you should be in a position yourself.
Bow before the rightful lords of the realm, and I will hear your demands.
Armored in faith, tremble before a car.
Might feel like there's no choice but to accept his demands.
Honor before... Bow before... Ask for Cathay.
Speak, Lastrian. My patience grows short.
Oh, there's various possibilities as well.
Be still. The dragon...
Do you know who I am?
Keeper. Lord. Defender. I am in a black mood.
Well, since we're gonna be in a war with Yunbo anyway,
If you insist. Submit to me.
that's certainly gonna happen. Yeah. Pissing off everyone right here is... yes. I think I'm gonna disband this army. Just leave it be for the moment.
The lady grants you safe passage in these lands.
Fine. Valiant Lord. Dominating.
Of course. I could make an alliance with Alberic, if I really wanted to. There's nothing stopping me from doing so. And then we'll end up next to Mazdamundi. Those Skaven do still occupy the islands there, so that's going to be a bit of an issue. Gorak will deal with Lufer. No problem.
Sotek Abjazu.
That was bait. Lured him in. Because legendary lords do give you a lot of money if you do defeat them. More so than a regular army ending, right? Do nothing. That's not really worth it. All right. No.
Protector of the realm. Dragon Master.
But then again, all the Lizardman factions do like me, so who gives a shit? Alright, and that will help with those financial problems for a bit.
No.
Casualty replenishment has expired, so let's get it back up. And now we're in a war we may not be able to win. Or we will, though, that's the thing. So you're supposed to be fighting the Skaven, but what you're really fighting are the infestation.
Malevolent Lord of Bretonia.
It will obviously take some turns to recover from that. In terms of... in terms of reliability, but it will be done. So start getting some of that sweet, sweet, sweet. Actually, yeah, just go with that. Financial issues have, well, hopefully been sorted. You don't want to confederate Gorok too quickly. Okay, that rebellion is a bit weird, I gotta admit. Or did he still have an army over there? Don't know. He might have. Great. Oh, okay, it's just the icon in a wrong position.
Noble boar, armored in faith.
Can get that peace tree if I really wanted to. Yeah, it's getting...
Tyrant.
Because it was only free, right? Only free turns. And I'm so powerful right now that, yeah. Alright, I do want to get on a boat right here. To start sailing away.
Bow before the rightful laws of this land, and I will hear your demands.
It might be good to keep him alive.
Lord of... Do you know who I am?
It would also help my economy from going under. So maybe I should do it. Maybe not.
Bow before the rightful lords of this land.
I never fail. Yes. Malevolent Luther Harkon.
Suppose it's better than going bankrupt, isn't it? Which may still happen. So I'm just gonna have to cancel that. Just in case the Skaven do something that I would rather they didn't. Let's put it like that. Bam. Next up, Marcus Wolfhard. And we're just gonna march through the freaking jungle. Let's see what the Skaven do. So one of the problems you do start encountering here is like, yeah, Lustria is a big place that's slow to navigate, and you do need a lot of armies to be able to do so. Oh, that's just like an invitation from Marcus Wolfhard for me to obliterate him. And on bow, seemingly withdrawing, but he'll be back.
The Empire shall burn your...
Why he this? Wow. Okay, that's
Bow before the rightful
that's one
lords
of the
the
more
realm.
bizarre things that does happen.
I will.
Yes, Gorok is available for Confederation. Don't ask me about AI stupidity, because yeah, the AI is crazy stupid. Suicidally so. It's in some ways better to go via the sea over here. Time to get some of those lovely Saurus upgrades.
Protect.
I am the Pirate King.
And now Marcus Wolfhard is ripe for the taking. And I'll just keep taking territory along the north over there. Hopefully get enough money to actually build up my provinces properly. And eventually Confederate Gorok, who apparently can't deal with Marcus Wolfhard for whatever weird reason. Not Marcus, Luther Harkon. Damn, he's got 2 stacks. Whatever shall I do? I don't know, I think I'll take my super powerful faction effects and curb stomp the crap out of him. That's what I think I'll do. Alright, screw Clan Spittle. If they attack, they attack. Well,
Lord of Fear.
King of the Vampire Coast.
Sotek Kikulu. Do not let my healing fall.
a peasant army is gonna stop me right there. Truly terrifying.
Curse my
Noble book.
On. And what? Give me a reason.
fear my
My madness is not weakness.
The real problem is I'm having to constantly cancel building production because, yeah, I ain't got enough money. Oh, okay. That's sorted. I think I'll take the altar of the horned rat, actually. But yeah, like, next 2 turns shouldn't end up in a much better position. Deal with the Skaven. He didn't attack. He didn't quite run away, but he didn't attack. The one disadvantage, and one of the reasons you might want to leave Alberg alive, is... yeah. Shocking, I know. But the one disadvantage you do have in this campaign is that because you're a Yolosapien, the coast of Lustra. By the way, like, that battle is the Empire, please. What a joke. I don't care if you have free stacks. And I would have just retreated and fought the next turn, whatever, so it's, like, irrelevant. Yes, I know, Skaven. Regiments renown. The real problem is here. Instead, tons of money from fighting legendary lords like that. And I got enough for an extra turn right there, so not really a problem. Skaven are, however.
No, blame you.
Yeah, you just slowly expand from this point onward, dealing with all the threats along the way. Building up towards hero capacity. And look, even if you're not quite comfortable playing the bankruptcy game as I am, and understandably so, though it does get better once you got, like, the blessing of Coatzel.
Welcome to fair Bretonia, commoner.
All right. Fear.
King of the
Bretonia is
vampire
rich,
coast.
who would have known? No joke, Bretonia has probably one of the highest incomes, baseline incomes, in the entire freaking game. So yeah, once you've established yourself like this, it's pretty much GG. Like, there's nothing that can stand in your path. A powerful skink chief. That's what he's offering. 10% physical resistance. Not quite worth it, I think. It's not Blessed Temple Guard, at the very least. Still, pretty decent. And that's all. Costin signing out. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and enable notifications, and stay tuned for more.